Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today. I'm in Newport, tides high on the public dock. And a question for you because this is out of control. How much is your house payment? How much is your rent? Is it high? Okay. Well, it's gotten out of control here in California. And I want to cover something because it's fantastic stats for you guys. But before I do, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to join the email list. And if you are on the email list, check your spam filter because an email just went out yesterday. So you want to be able to read that and check your spam filter and make sure you got it. But here in California, since the health crisis, real estate has gotten out of control. And what is your house payment? Because this is unbelievable. Orange County Register reports that the average house payment has hit a record here in California. You ready? $4,332. That's insane, guys. $4,332. Don't forget your taxes. Don't forget your insurance. Don't forget your maintenance on the house and everything else. But $4,332. And the problem with it is the average house is $838,320 here in Orange County, California. That is absolutely nuts, guys. It's absolutely nuts. Now, across the country, what we're seeing prices, still peak out of control, but this is tapering off. Mortgage rates this week hit 7.38% with the latest bump. Now, I've had a flurry of mortgage people write me and tell me how, oh, don't worry, that's tied to inflation. This has nothing to do with the prime lending rate and that mortgage rates are going to go down. Okay, whatever. A couple things that are absolutely crazy that people don't want to look at is, give you an idea. My late girlfriend's rent on her home was $3,200. Okay, it's nice house, 3-bedroom, 2 baths, yard. It's just nice, really nice neighborhood. Guy next door buys the house and pays a fair price for it. Pays in the sixes, like about 2 years ago. Okay, guy on the other side of her pays $1,050,000. His house payment is $6,000 a month, over $6,000 a month, before the interest, before the insurance, and all that fun stuff. Now, here's the thing, guys. The house rents for $3,200 a month. So is this guy delusional? Yeah, he is. Now, the guy across the street, his house payment is almost $7,500 a month. Okay, same neighborhood. Okay, so you can't have situations like this where you're spending this much money on a mortgage payment for the average house. It's just too much right now. And you want to sit there and tell me how great everything is? You guys are delusional. Now, I need a cheat sheet for this because there's just too many stats on this. Orange County Register, Jeffrey Lancer is a really brilliant writer, but he's got some stats here that are just mind-boggling. And you can read the story below, but let me just get to this. The top line numbers are that the real estate market is completely cold right now. There were 277,490 sales over the course of the last year. But purchasing, think about this. Now, sales volume right now is up for the last 6 months, 15%. So everybody in the real estate market and the real estate industry is telling us how great it is. But that's not good because it's down. Think about this. It's down 20% over the last 12 months. And it's off 34% from February 2020. So when you hear numbers like that, guys, this is way, way, way off of what should be a good market right now. So interest rates are affecting things, but people got to get a house. And again, yesterday we talked about how people were buying these homes and on high-end properties, I'm talking, let's say 3 million and above. You're seeing some really dramatic drop-offs in price and discounts and deals. Think about it, guys. If you have somebody drop the price of a house $300,000, it's a lot of money. It is. And, the other thing that people are writing me about is their insurance on their property and how the insurance is going up, 40%, 50% a year. Some people can't get insurance right now, and they're seeing that the house is just not protected right now. So what are you going to do? So it's too much, guys. It's way, way, way too much. And, this is just the beginning. There'll be a lot more with real estate to talk about. But one thing I want to talk about that was sent to me last night was Chris and Pam sent me about another bank failure. And again, the bank was closed after hours on a Friday night. Heartland Tri-State Bank. So state of Kansas bank regulators seized the bank. But hey, don't worry about it. You're still going to get to be able to use your checks and the ATM card, but it's ran by the state right now, and Dream State Bank is going to take over. Now, if you live in Kansas and people are familiar with these banks, you know if these places are decent financial institutions or not. But once again, how wrong is this that this is happening on a Friday night after the bank closes? It's terrible, absolutely terrible. And we're not supposed to look at this. We're not supposed to feel bad about this. Why are we seeing this right now? Think about this. This is disgusting, okay? Bank of California, okay, just bought a bank last week, but what happened is they have mortgage loans to the tune of $1.3 billion worth of houses. And there was a suitor that stepped forward with that. And this, every time I talk about things like this, I'm going to hear, oh, Dan, see, this is what's going to happen. You're not going to have foreclosures. You are going to have foreclosures. Absolutely. But the suitor was, again, guess who won again? That's what the title of this is. And I've seen all these different titles as another sweetheart deal for Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon gets to buy $1.3 billion worth of houses, basically to take over the loans of these houses and get them put into, JP Morgan's coffers. It's terrible. So $1.3 billion worth of properties right now, guys. What are you going to do? Seriously. So will they rent them out? Will they sell them to their buddies? Now, BlackRock, Blackstone, they're all liquidating their, residential holdings. They're not keeping everything. You can tell me how all the investment banks are going to own everything and we're all going to be renters and things like that. But this is still going to make the prices eventually have to fall. It has to. When you look at markets that are having trouble, like let's just use Vegas, because I've been there so much this year, you're having houses that are sitting on the market for extended periods of time. Talking, 6 months now for some properties that just won't move. And the problem with it is people are getting sold a bill of goods. Hey, listen, let's do a contingency sale on the new house, and they're stuck with 2 house payments. Man, oh man, is that the kiss of death for people. And think about this. Last October, when I went out with Denise Cezana, she was showing me 5 properties, and 3 of them, that was the problem, was that they had stuck with 2 mortgages at the same time. So different communities, North Las Vegas, Summerlin, all over the place. So it wasn't just, oh, those are just terrible areas, Dan. It's crime infested. It's awful. No, new construction. She had areas where she showed me within a 1 mile radius that there were 100 homes for sale within 1 mile of where she and I were standing. That number is 175 right now. So that is not a good sign when it comes to the real estate market. So just the beginning of this, guys, to say the least. So see what else is going to happen with this. I talk a lot about my son and how he lives for today. And as an early 20-something college student, there's really nothing wrong with that. I just wish that, if you make $300, you don't spend $310, and don't worry about it. And him and his buddies are getting together, and 5 guys went in to rent a house for their senior year together. And college town, the owners, yeah, we're all, we're good with it. It's great. Done it, done it for 15 years. Okay, great. So they're used to this. They're used to the shenanigans, 5 guys on a lease, 5 gals, whatever. But Dave brought up a great point, and that is, Dan, why don't you talk about living within your means? That is the thing, guys, that Dave brings up a really good point, and that is you have to live within your means right now. We talk about frugality and that this is going to be the word that everybody should know right now. And, you can be 22 and sit there and say, I'll pick up another shift, Dad. It's all good. Life is great. Okay. Summer, man, people are tipping well. People are happy. People are eating at the restaurants. It's great. Okay. But again, live within your means, guys, and get rid of bills, pay your debts off, live the life, guys. Nothing is better than not owing anybody any money. I'll tell you that, guys. It's fantastic. It is great because it gives you freedom. It gives you peace of mind. It gives you opportunities because, my agent, has all this stuff planned for me. But one thing they want me to do is go on, where in the world is Dan? Travel, go around the country, go to Japan, go to Australia, go to New Zealand, go to all these different places. And, Dan, you're not tied to anything. Go do it. Okay. You're young, single, you can film from anywhere. Go film on a ship, go film anywhere, which is great advice. But the idea with it is to make it so it's economically feasible to do all this stuff. But people don't do this. People don't live within their means right now. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't think that this is going to come to a crashing halt with all of this, you're kidding yourself. You really are. So think about this. McDonald's, once again, when the economy goes south, what do? People spend less money on budget meals. So McDonald's is making more money. And it's kind of ridiculous because McDonald's is going to have a new restaurant concept open within the next year called McCosmos. Okay? Cosmics, excuse me, I got it backwards, Cosmics. And get it? It's like cosmic, but cosmic with the MC. And it's going to be a different eating experience. It'll be a budget dining experience. Okay, that's just what we need. There's more of this. Not health, not fitness, not any of this stuff. And I'm telling you guys, from someone that's had health scares in their lives and dealing with people that were sick and dealing with my own health and eating and exercise and everything, don't eat that junk. Gosh, figure out your diet, figure out health, figure out fitness, figure out being, a little better, eating better for you, for your family, and for the people around you. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for the other people, to say the least. But man, oh man, this place is beautiful out here. It really is. If you guys can tell, the tide is incredibly high tonight. So normally I walk out. I'm even with the boats, and it's probably in 25, 30 feet right now. So it's quite different. I love when I talk about things with you guys, and then you send me emails and different stories about how, it's happening here too, Dan. We talked about the speed cameras that are being set up here in California. In the Oregon area, they already have that. Lisa, was telling me about how in Oregon, Dan, I got a $165 ticket going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit that I didn't know I was going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. So again, is that fair? How are you going to fight these things? And again, because the counties and the cities are hurting so badly right now and have no money, they're going to pinch us and squeeze us every possible way they can. I always like when you guys give me initials, but you could say Charlie or Charlene or whoever. But the point is that in New Rochelle, New York, there is people that are offering rent incentives, 2 and 3 months. Rent for a year, we'll give you 3 months free. So that's happening more and more and more right now, guys. Again, not because they like the people of New Rochelle, because the economy has taken a turn. for the worst. Okay? Ford. Ford just recalled, think about this, 870,000 F-150 pickup trucks because of an electronic parking brake problem. Sounds serious. 870,000 of them. So, remember when you were a kid and you go to the beach and you dig a hole? Yeah. No, I'm not jumping in it. But anyways, 870,000 pickup trucks. It affects 2021 to 2023 pickup trucks. It's the largest selling vehicle from Ford is their F-150. And again, it's not the F-150 Lightning, you know, that joke. It is the real trucks. And nothing but problems with that and with the parking brake. And obviously it's severe if they're recalling 870,000 of these. So haven't seen the end of this yet, guys, but are you starting to see the rent incentives? Are you starting to see things like electronic, cameras? And, we had a problem here in California when the red light cameras came out. So many lawsuits, so many people that were going through the red lights, and you'd get a picture and you'd be stunned. Something funny with me was when the toll roads originally opened here in Southern California, they had bits and pieces. They had literally 1 and 2 off ramps that were open. And one night I was working and realized I didn't bring my wallet. And I go to hop on the toll road and it was 40 cents at the time. And I didn't have 40 cents. I'm looking through my car, looking for change. No credit card. They didn't take it back then. So I put 35 cents in. And then I drove through the toll and said, okay, they got 35 of the 40 cents. And there was a thing called the Orange County News Channel. And for about 3 days, they said, and then this man drove through without paying his toll. And it was a picture of me, which is funny. So it was hilarious. Let's drink. Doesn't that sound like fun? Let's rent a boat. Let's get crazy. Let's go do it. Okay? You guys sound good? Okay. You first. Okay? Okay? And I'll join you later. Okay? So, anyway, share your thoughts on this stuff. Plus, the other thing, I'll tell you guys another great toll road story some other time. But you can also see how the tide is so flat that the bridge is almost flat today. You know how tall it is? It's like 15 feet in the air. So it's completely flat. This is a sign of the times. Vallejo, California is a city with about 125,000 people. And they do not have a police department right now. They basically have, for a city of 125,000 people, they have basically 34 people on the payroll right now that are in the police department. They are deputizing city employees right now to be cops, okay? Marge, come on, shooting a gun's not that difficult. Come on. Well, listen, I want to go see my grandkids this weekend. No, you're going to drive around in a patrol car. You're going to go arrest some people. And you're going to go make the city streets safe, okay? I mean, you can't make this up. But again, guys, lack of people that want to do this, lack of respect, lack of treatment, but also just a city just completely upside down financially. So the poor people that live in Vallejo, California, get ready to get robbed, because once this story gets out, it's going to be all hands on deck for Criminality Live. So I used to love the live cop shows. They used to be so great. It's funny, I wanted to have a live car chase channel that it would just be, you'd watch it be blank until you had a current car chase. So we're going live to Vallejo where they have no cops and Marge is behind the patrol car and problems ensued. You know what I mean? So there's that. I love whenever the economy turns bad, you always hear these stories of people that are lying about their worth. There is a Hong Kong businessman that was so desperate to get on the Forbes billionaires list. These called Forbes 400, but now, listen, peasant, It's billionaires list. I don't care how wealthy you are, you need to be a multi-billionaire to be on this list. So Calvin Lowe lied about his net worth. He lied about his assets. He said he owned a Formula F1 racing team. Now, for some reason, my daughter and her friends right now are really into F1 racing, and they know all these guys. They know everybody. And Ginger Spice, she's married to one of those guys, okay? She's the redheaded Spice. That's what I remember her. Ginger Spice, redheaded Spice. Anyways, she's married to a Formula One driving, guy. Anyways, Ginger Spice. Needless to say, this Calvin Lowe lied and said think about this, he had a $250 million champagne collection. What's that look like? Okay, that'd be nice to see. It'd be nice to taste that stuff. But lied about everything he had. Now, this peasant tried to get himself in the Forbes 400 list, and after an extensive and exhaustive search by Forbes, they determined that his net worth was a paltry $200 million. So he lied to get on the list. And we just won't tolerate this. We want people to take this list seriously, and we want it to be respected. And again, Calvin Lowe is just a peasant. So, share your thoughts on that one. Goldman Sachs, the investment bank, is having trouble, and they're having a mass exodus of executives. 2 more top-level executives have left, and David Solomon is the CEO there, but he says that they're trying to fix the problem. Guys, this is the problem. The problem is that these banks know that there's huge problems. There's problems with the bond market. Japan tried to pull shenanigans. I'd talk about that, but I'm sure you've heard about it by now. But they're trying to fix interest rates and keep the market stabilized right now. Okay, and the inverted yield curve, they're trying to get that under control. Again, there is problems with banking. There is problems when you have mortgage rates hit 7.38%. Guys, that is sky high. That's the highest level in 20 years, 22 years. They're saying that this is going to go to 2000 levels, and you're going to see mortgage rates between 8 and 9% easily within 60 days. Wow. Okay. Again, I've had realtors tell me and send me, hey, here's an offer sheet for 8.37% for this woman because she's self-employed. And from what we originally quoted her to today, the payment has gone up a whopping $1,400. This is happening globally right now. And the one thing that I get a kick out of is, where do you get this extra money from? Because most people don't have a side hustle or a side gig, or don't have any extra way of earning $1 more than what they have. And at the end of the week, they're usually too tired to make any money. I had lunch with a friend of mine, and we were talking about business and everything he does and trying to stay in shape and exercise. And he's a mountain biker. He's good at it too. And I was always telling him he should make videos on mountain biking because the way he explains everything. And he showed me a few today. But you need to have, an outlet. You need to have some exercise right now. And but what are you gonna do? Oh, I got to make another $1,500 this month just to live in the same house I lived in a month ago. It's terrible, guys. It's an absolute terrible problem. So share your thoughts on this stuff. Oh, that's beautiful like this. It's just stunning. Okay. Wind was blowing, that's why my hair is like this. Couple of great stories to end this video today. And Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is the #1 woman in music right now, but her net worth is not near the #1 spot for earning. And I know you're going to say it's Beyonce or somebody like that, but Taylor Swift, has got $600 million, and Rihanna, who owns a clothing line and a cosmetics line and all this stuff, she's got $1.2 billion. So Rihanna's the king right now, and Beyonce's a peasant at $540 million. Wouldn't it be great to have Taylor Swift? You date Taylor Swift, and she writes a song, Dan sucks. He's the worst. He's a fat old man. I never should have dated him. You know what I mean? That'd be awesome. Anyways, So, uh, final story, there's a guy who in Japan wanted to look like a border collie. So he transformed himself into a border collie. When I first had the story sent to me, I thought, oh, this psycho had plastic surgery. No, he bought a suit that made him look like a border collie. So just a costume that cost himself 20 grand. And he's a kook. He walks around with a full man border collie outfit, and his name is Toko, which that call me Toko, which in Japanese means psycho. So psycho is walking around looking like a dog, and you can read the story below. And if your daughter ever brings home Toko, you know, run. Maybe somebody will write a song about Toko. Okay? Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Join the email list. And if you're on the email list, remember, guys, look through your spam filter, because we sent out a nice big email yesterday, nice video attached and all that stuff too. Bunch of huge, cool announcements are coming up over the course of the next couple weeks that I cannot wait to share with you guys. Onward and upward. I will see you guys very soon.